Hi, this is Lauren, and I'm going to share with you today some of my favorite quick, easy ways to get grounded in gratitude. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you today is because expressing gratitude can literally rewire our brains. It can help shift where our focus goes and offer an opportunity to be really, truly present. Sometimes when we are going in this endless cycle of checking things off our to-do list, it can be easy to get swept up in the next thing. Well, what's the next step? What's the next thing I have to do? And that can avoid this time to slow down, which actually makes us more productive. And when we sit back and we can get grounded and we can find this feeling of gratitude, it can actually, I'm thankful for this puppy that just came into my video. It can actually help us to maybe bring more of that into our life, right? We have to find this gratitude for what we have, or else we'll never really enjoy or appreciate those next new things that come into our life as well. So today we're going to practice slowing down and getting grounded in gratitude together and see how it feels for you. You just need some space to sit down. We'll do a couple of seated stretches as well. If there's anything that makes you feel good, a blanket, a block, anything like that, any oils or anything, or tea or something that you want to use to get settled in for this practice, that's an option. It'll be just about 15 minutes. For me, I like to use grounding oils when I'm looking to get grounded in gratitude, but really it's anything that can make you feel comfortable and connected. If you need, you can pause this video, grab what you need to grab. I'll grab some of my oil. Got my water here. And then getting into a comfortable position, whatever that is for you today. And you have the option to be leaning up against the wall. We'll do brief meditation and breathing exercise here. So if you have trouble sitting up for an extended period, you can always lean up against the wall or lie on your back. If you're in bed still, do it on your back. That's perfect. Option to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, just inviting you there if you'd like, to begin to connect with your body and with your breath. Option to gently close your eyes if you would like, or maybe even just having them halfway open. Getting this baseline of where your breath is here and now. Connecting with your breath, checking in with yourself, and allowing your breath to just begin to gradually lengthen. You don't have to force anything. We'll take a few rounds just like that, where we allow some more space, some more depth to the breath, just to explore that. You might even feel this movement in your hands as you breathe. This breath is our prana, our life force, pumping through our bodies that allows us to do all that we will do today, all that you have done already, and allowing you to do this practice here and now with me. We'll do a few rounds of samavritti, same or equal breath. And we'll do this with counting. So we're going to count to 4 on the inhale and count to 4 on the exhale. Scoot. Letting out a deep exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue a couple more rounds like that. You can count to a higher or lower number. If you want, you can rest your hands down on your lap or on your knees, or keep them where they are. And when you're ready, just settling back in towards an easy breath, releasing the counting, but perhaps the breath stays a little bit deeper now. Staying aware of your breath. This is a practice you can really do anywhere, anytime, just to connect with yourself, to get grounded and find balance and this gratitude for your breath and your body and all that it can do for you. So no matter how upside down things are at any point in time, we can always find something to be grateful for. The simplest, you really might have to get on the micro level then instead of the macro. And it's what allows you to, your body allowing you to physically show up for things. Your body for being here to house your mind and your soul, to let you go throughout your day doing all that you do. Your breath, I mentioned, we couldn't do anything without it. Our eyes, to be able to see beauty around us, our ears to hear, even if it's yelling and annoying sounds, but that we can interact with the world around us in these ways. And even if you can't find something that you are grateful for, I was listening to this talk one time, and it's about being grateful for things that we don't have. And in this talk, they said, who here has a toothache? I hope you don't have a toothache right now, but you can always sub this for something else, for being sick or something like that. And they said, who here doesn't have a toothache? Raise your hand. And so many people raised their hands, this huge audience of people. And he said, why are we not celebrating the fact that we don't have a toothache? And I was like, whoo. So just an interesting concept to even bring about, right? When we have a toothache or when we are sick, it can be overwhelming and it takes over everything in our day and we think about it so much. So if we can appreciate and have gratitude for these times when we aren't experiencing that, then that can be something we can find gratitude for as well. So just a perspective to try on if you would like. Now, we're going to do just a few more moments here of gratitude and meditation, and then we will take some gentle movements together. Option to keep your eyes closed, option to blink them open just a tiny bit. If that makes you feel more comfortable, you can do that too. And we mentioned before, we're connected with the breath, staying with that action, staying with that focus and concentration to bring your presence here. And now as you breathe, we're going to bring in things that we're grateful for. And it can start with large things, and maybe you're kind of searching for smaller things. That's okay. We're just going to do that for about 5 rounds of breath. So as you breathe in, say breathing in, I am grateful for, and find something. Breathing out, I release what no longer serves me. And continue breathing in, I am grateful for, and find another thing or person or place or feeling. And breathing out, I release what no longer serves me. Continuing like that, and if you'd like, you can get specific on what you're releasing as well. You're breathing in, finding what you're grateful for, and seeing if you can allow that feeling to come over your whole body and mind. Do one more round just like that. And when you are ready, slowly opening your eyes. And let's take a few postures now. So in a seated position, we're going to bring the legs out ahead of you. We're going to sit up nice and tall and then fold forward, reach down the legs to wherever is available to you at this point. If you'd like, you can bend your knees up towards the ceiling to reach forward and fold and relax your head. Maybe a little shake of your head, yes and no. And truly, it does not matter how far you get here, just allowing yourself to find some space, to find some connection with your body, and staying connected with your breath here too. And then on your next inhale, come on up. Bring your right foot into your left inner thigh. And then we're going to fold just over the left leg this time for Janu Shirsasana. These are grounding postures. And again, we haven't warmed up before this, or maybe you have personally, but together we haven't. So it's not about how far you get, but just allowing the space, this connection, and these feelings of being grounded to come in here. And then come on up, bring that right leg out, left leg in, and folding over your right leg. You know, often I hear people who are not into yoga, or they think it's not for them. They say, it's too slow for me. And sometimes those are those people that we know really need to slow down. So I mentioned, if we're going, we get so swept up in it, but let's see if we can almost pause here. And then come on up out of that fold. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides in Baddha Konasana shape, like butterfly pose. You can even flap your knees up and down a couple times if you'd like. If this is really uncomfortable, you can bring your feet further away from you for a little more space. Option to stay right here, or option to fold forward, bringing your chest forward. Maybe your chin even reaches towards the ground. And we find this balance here too. This balance of strength and flexibility and remaining connected. And then come on up when you are ready. You're going to bring the knees towards each other, feet flat, and come to lie down on your back. I'm going to do just 2 more poses here. Once you're down on your back, feet flat to the mat or the ground, wherever you are, Arms down at your sides, walk your feet in towards you, and we're going to come into bridge pose, just lifting your hips up a little bit here, or as much as you can. So we get grounded through the feet, through the legs, our arms, our shoulders pressing down, back of the head pressing down. And then slowly lower back down. We're going to hug the knees towards us, maybe towards your chest or towards your underarms. See what feels right for you. And just give a little rock side to side. And maybe you circle your knees around a couple times in each direction. And one last posture here. We're going to take a twist. So let your arms either come out to a T or into cactus. And you're going to drop your knees over to the right side. Option to let your head go over to the left. And then back to center. Take your knees over to the left and your head to the right if that works for you. And come back to center. This time we're going to straighten the legs up, reach them up high, maybe even reach your arms up. Give a flex and point of your hands and feet back and forth. And especially in this practice today, it is not about what we can do, what we can't do. If you need, you can bend your knees. But it's really this connection with the body, with the mind and breath. You can circle your wrists, circle your ankles, stretch and wiggle your toes, your fingers. It's taking this time to slow down and to also find gratitude for this vessel, our body, that allows us to do these movements, even if they're not exactly how you'd like them to look or feel. And then lower your arms down, lower your legs down, finding your way towards a relaxing, comfortable position. Might be lying down on your back, might be lying on your side if you would like, if that's more comfortable. Might be lying on your belly. And just letting your body soften and let go. Letting the eyes sink deep, softening. Smoothing out the space between the eyebrows, the bridge of the nose, softening around the ears, the jaw, softening all the way down to the tips of the toes and the fingers. If you're on your back, maybe your thigh bones even slightly roll out and the toes turn out. We'll take just a minute here to really keep this connection with ourselves, to foster this connection. Now we are lying down, checking in with where your body is pressing, is touching into either the ground or your bed, your mat. Being aware of these spaces. Softening into those spaces. Releasing a controlled breath, just settling into a natural pattern if you haven't already. And if thoughts pop up, just acknowledge them and see if you can put them to the side for now or let them continue on their way. without pulling you with them. And you can feel free to stay here as long as you would like, or if you'd like to join me in exiting this posture, you can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists and the ankles, stretching the arms overhead if you'd like. Maybe letting out a yawn, a sigh, an exhale. You can rock your head side to side. Bending the knees, either feet flat to the ground or hugging your knees in. Taking any last stretches, any last movements that you would like here. And then when you're ready, making your way to a seated position, how we began. You can roll onto one side and come up. You can rock up if you would like. Let's take last few moments here together to just notice, to feel, to observe. An option to bring your hands at your heart, palms pressing. Thank you for joining me for this practice today, for taking this time for yourself to get grounded in gratitude. Thank you.